What's the matter? Lives flashing before your eyes? Pick it up. Pick it up.
I think I'm at just a loss for words right now to explain what I am feeling when it comes down to just everything that took place over this past week. It just comes down to the fact that I really think Lowe's Home Improvement is really wanting a slice of the Halloween pie, I guess you could say. When it comes down to Halloween, we all know that two of the most biggest distributors currently as of modern day is Home Depot and Spirit Halloween, who have been kind of duking it out in the background, I guess you could say, or in the forefront. And in the background, you have been hearing the slight whistle of death, I guess you could say, in the background, just kind of slowly approaching the battlefield. And surprisingly, along with Party City, Lowe's seems to be stepping up their game. Now, I say that because we got a massive load of just images and different kinds of insane amounts of leaks from Lowe's this year for Halloween 2023, and it just does not seem like Lowe's is disappointing this year. And I have to admit, I am so lost for words by the stuff that we are seeing this year.
Okay, now you have my attention.
Now, the one thing that we all know about Lowe's is that Lowe's for the longest time has always been buying from corporations like Jimmy and other companies, maybe here and there. But the biggest things that they seem to always buy from is Jimmy. Now, last year, Lowe's did kind of step up their game. They brought a lot of different and unique kinds of animatronics to the table. Now, at the time, people kind of laughed at them because Lowe's has never been taken seriously, sadly, and Spirit Halloween and Home Depot have just kind of taken the cake, along with Party City, kind of taken a slight sliver of it, and Lowe's has just kind of been left in the dust and in the background. But it seems like this year Lowe's gave the big middle finger to all of these big companies.
You get middle finger that say F you.
That usually rival with one another, and it just seems like Lowe's decided to go all out for Halloween this year. So like I mentioned before, there are a bunch of images. Now, the reason why I'm a little later to the party on this is because I wanted to make sure that everything was leaked out before I even decided to make this video, because I don't want to have to continuously make a bunch of videos talking about this. I want to be able to cover all of this in one setting, and I want to be able to just kind of talk about it and explain like what my thoughts are, and just kind of like my take on everything. So to start off with, I wanted to say that right now, I think Lowe's has probably already taken the crown from Spirit and Home Depot at the time. Now, I'm not saying it's official, but based off of everything I'm seeing, it looks incredible. And it seems like we have a massive, diverse set of animatronics this year from Lowe's, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Not a big range of just like zombies only or just clowns only. No, there is a huge range of just incredible animatronics that seems to be being sold at Lowe's for 2023 this year for Halloween. So to first start off with, I wanted to start off with this photo right here before your all's eyes. This is probably the most famous photo out of all of them, and it's also the very first one we ever got. This photo shows a 12-foot scarecrow, which is really cool. Now, there is a leaked video out there, and if I do have it, I will post it up on the screen. Sadly, this guy doesn't have much animation, but one thing I do have to admit I absolutely love is the detail and the look that this guy has. I'm a big fan of scarecrows, and I think the fact that we're getting a 12-foot scarecrow is just the coolest thing, and I'm really impressed by this. In the picture, you can also see that in the background we have Stitches the Clown. I believe the clown next to him is called Stilts, which I don't know much about him, but apparently I guess he got leaked like 2 or 3 years ago and never got released. But it seems like Lowe's is going to be bringing him out to the forefront, and I have to admit, he's not a bad clown. I think he's a really cool clown, and I think that he will be a big seller this year. And in between them, if you can kind of see, there's the White Witch that was sold at Big Lots a couple years ago, which I have to admit was really cool. That was the model prior to the LED Moonlit Magic Witch, I guess you could say, sold at Home Depot last year. But she's a white full, just pure white witch with a beautiful orange pumpkin in her hand, and the blue lighting effects on her are really cool. One of my favorites, I have to admit, that I loved while looking at this photo is that this red cloaked reaper. Now, I know last year I kind of hated on the red cloaked reaper from Home Depot, but there's just something about this one. I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that it's sold at Lowe's, but I do like the concept of this reaper. It's not too complicated, it's not too insane. It's just a simple reaper with a skull head. Now, the cool part about this reaper is that his head turns back and forth, and I have to admit, I really do like this animatronic, which I really am impressed with. He has really good fluid animation. His eyes light up. He talks. I don't know what exactly he says, but based off of some of the leaked videos that we have seen, this animatronic is really cool. And I have to admit that the detail on him is really nice, and the shade of red is just perfect for me. I might end up getting this guy this year, depending, because I really do like the overall apparel of this Reaper. If I can figure out my storage situation here, I think I will probably get this guy this year. I have to admit, he's a very interesting yet really cool animatronic. Now, going on to this picture right here, there's two animatronics here I wanted to just talk about here, because this is the biggest deal right now. So currently, I believe that this is officially confirmed to be being made by Jimmy. Both of these animatronics are. And the coolest thing is that Lowe's is here is getting a life-size Leatherface, you all. Now, I have never in my life seen a Leatherface since like 2006. And Leatherface is not the most popular slasher. I mean, he is in the movie franchise, but the animatronic franchise, we have not seen a Leatherface animatronic since, I do believe, 2006. And that Leatherface was really well detailed and insanely awesome looking, had fluid movements, had great eye animation, had great sound, and very great detail. And if this is by Jimmy, which I believe, like I said, it is confirmed, Jimmy has really stepped up their game this year. I think that this Leatherface really shows the original true Leatherface character. The only complaint I would even remotely have about this animatronic is the chainsaw, but you know, I get it. Supply and demand, the economy with everything that's going on right now, it might be a little rough to get every detail. And I get it that this is Jimmy, but for being Jimmy, this animatronic is so well put together. This is so much more well put together, I guess you could say, than the Michael Myers, the Jason Voorhees, and the Freddy Krueger animatronic. This Leatherface is insanely just cool looking, and I am blown away by the fact that we are even getting another Leatherface animatronic. The detail, the look, it looks real. And that's what I wanted back from Jimmy, is just some realistic looking animatronics again. And man, am I just so hyped for this, and I can't wait to see the animation on this guy. So, you know, that's really cool. I'm really excited for this one. I even if I don't get it, at least I just know that Jimmy is just made another one and it's out there somewhere. So I hope this thing sells, so that way Jimmy will kind of understand the message that this is the type of stuff that people want. Now, next to him, we have a third version of the creepy pop-up girl, which not much said. She's been out for 3 years. We had the all-white version. We had the one last year, which kind of had like the more burlap sack kind of outfit with the black hair, and now this one, in my opinion, is actually even better with the nice brown and black dress with the white hair. I love the fact that they decided to do the white hair again. I think that was very nice. This picture here just simply shows the entryway. We talked about the entryway in the past videos that I talked about with the new Lowe's leaks. I really love it. I love the fact that it lights up, and from here you can just see so much in the entire display that they're going to be setting up for this year, and I just wanted to point that out and just say that Lowe's has done a really good job with this insanely beautiful display that they are making. But one of the biggest things that I wanted to point out here is that we finally got to kind of just see a more scaled out version of how big this tombstone angel is going to be, how big the zombie is going to be, and then a little surprise in the very back there, the 9 foot groundbreaker zombie, which is a big deal right now, and I'll get to that in a minute. And then another animatronic down through here is this cool, I forgot the name, but I do believe this animatronic has been made before. But this jump scare prop right down here, this animatronic is really cool. Not much said other than it's a jump scare prop, but besides that fact, I think I love the red dress, and I think she looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of the creepy crawling kid sold at Party City back in 2021. But the biggest thing I wanted to point out in this photo was the Dark Angel Tombstone animatronic, which just looks insanely cool in my opinion. He's way bigger than I thought he was going to be, which is not a disappointment at all. I have to admit that he overall in person and in actual photos looks much more better, I guess you could say, detailed, and I absolutely love the way he looks. I would love to see better animation, and I would love to see him in the dark one day, but I really do think that this animatronic looks a lot better in person compared to what he did in the stock photo, and I have to admit this guy is really cool. So next I wanted to talk about this. So they're doing a lot of more haunted mansion merchandise and decorations, and I have to give props to Lowe's that they are allowing this to take place. But the coolest thing is that they are releasing a Gravekeeper animatronic, and this is so awesome to me because the Gravekeeper, I think a lot of people have been wanting, and I think the fact that they are actually making this guy a real animatronic is just so cool. So people can start kind of doing Haunted Mansion stuff, and instead of, I guess you say Nightmare Before Christmas, because I think just the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff has just been so overused now. And the fact that they are finally doing something a little more with Disney in order to bring out a Halloween, I guess, theme is just so much cooler. And I love the fact that they are doing this. Now, whether this is Jimmy or not, I do not know. Now, if anybody has confirmation on whether or not this animatronic is being built by Jimmy, I would love to know that fact, because it would be awesome to understand that, because this guy is very well detailed and he looks really cool, and I'm very excited to see how he works and what he says and what he looks like when he starts moving. I think they're doing a really good job with the detail and the overall appearance and the I guess you could say the way they bring this animatronic to the spotlight. It looks really good, and I can't say much more other than just wow. It's amazing. So next we have a little quick picture of the zombie. The zombie looks really cool. He looks just about like what he did in the stock photos, but again, he's still really cool. I mean, now that I think about it, you know, he is a little lackluster, I guess, on the appearance and the way he looks, but I can't complain too much because this zombie is really cool. It's generic, and honestly, I just kind of wanted a good generic zombie prop. I'm excited to see what he looks like when he does start moving, but besides that fact, I am very impressed with how he does look in this photo. I think he looks really well put together. I think the detail on him looks great, and overall, he is a lot more impressive in person, just like the Tombstone Dark Angel. Next, we have another photo here I wanted to point out. So we're getting another witch this year from Lowe's, and I love the red. I love the red theme that they're going with. They've done a lot of red, and the witch looks really well designed. And I think in her hand she's holding a skull, if I'm correct. I don't know the official name for her. Now, I know there was a list of animatronics, and I'll put those up on the screen. The list of ordered animatronics should be up on the screen right now, and you can check out all the names for these animatronics. I don't think anybody really talked about this, but I just wanted to get that out there. So if you want to know the names of some of these animatronics, or like more of like official names for them for now, or just temporary names, you can go through there and just kind of look at them. But they are really interesting, and I really do like the witch. I think it'll be interesting to see how she talks, what she sounds like, all of her animation. I do know that there is a video out there with some of her animation in it, but I would love to just kind of like see what she sounds like and hear how she sounds as well. Another thing I wanted to point out is the fact that the 12-foot mummy is coming back. Now, what I've been hearing is that this 12-foot mummy is supposedly new and improved. Apparently the clothing is a lot more thicker for him to be more weatherproof. And apparently they reworked the entire inside of the control box for it to be more simple and more, I guess you could say, accessible. So that's really good to know. I never owned this guy. I never heard many complaints. I do know some people had trouble with him. His animation stopped on a lot of people. So hopefully Jimmy did improve that. And I think the overall appearance has been improved a little bit as well. Considering the fact that he was such a good seller, there's no reason why they couldn't bring this back. So I'm honestly really happy they're bringing back the 12-foot mummy. It's kind of what Lowe's got notorious for when it came to the Halloween industry. So very impressed, very happy. Next, I wanted to talk about this big 9-foot zombie, which is just insane to me. So this guy is apparently 9 foot tall. And if you can see, I will see if I can zoom up close. You can see just how big this thing is against this person right here onto the left of the zombie. This guy is ginormous. Now, I've been hearing, and my buddy, his name is Darth Sidious. He told me that supposedly the box is going to be 7 foot wide for this guy. So he is going to be a really big animatronic with a really big box. And from what I've been hearing, that, you know, that's how big the box is going to be. And so, like, I mean, comparing him to the size of a normal human, that's insane. Now, apparently this is like a groundbreaker, and this is probably the biggest groundbreaker we've ever received. Now, sadly, he doesn't have much animation, but honestly, I just think the craft in this zombie is overall just insanely well put together and looks really good, and I love the detail. Next to him, you can also see the spooky Phantom Girl that they're selling that is supposedly pneumatic. Now, I made predictions, but I guess I was wrong. A lot of these animatronics will be pneumatic animatronics, because there was a video of a creepy old guy below her. You can't see him from here, but he actually does move like an exact pneumatic animatronic, and I was really impressed to find out that that was true. And apparently there are wires behind her that are connecting her to the air compressors in order for her to be able to move. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm really excited to see all of this in person. But apparently she pops up, so it's going to be an interesting animation. I didn't think they could do it, but somehow they pulled this off, and it's just insane. My mind is just blown away. So here's another photo of the witch of the 12-foot mummy, and then what actually I have to admit is not a bad looking clown. I really do like this clown that they have here. I love the colors. I don't think it looks typical SVI clown style or Spirit Halloween clown style. I think he looks really good, and the detail looks really incredible. I think he's very simplistic, and I think that's what I like most about him. The teddy bear just kind of fits with everything else. And I have to admit, he's a really cool clown. Normally, I'm not a big fan of clowns, but lately, Lowe's and some other companies have been really doing good with clowns, and they've been impressing me. So let's hope to see what he does and hope that he has good voice lines and animation. And there's a little more of a better photo of the witch with the skull, like I mentioned before. And she's really cool as well. I can't wait to see what she does in person. I'm really excited about that one. Here's another picture of the creepy Phantom Girl, just to kind of show you. In the background there, you can see the wires connecting to her in order for her to possibly work. So that's going to be very interesting, in my opinion, to just kind of see what she does. I don't think we have an official video of her, but if we do get more videos of these animatronics, don't think I will not post about it, because I definitely will. Next, this photo is my favorite, and that is because we have... This is my favorite. These two are my favorite. We have this awesome Grim Reaper rock band. And I never thought I would see something kind of similar to like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band, but this is probably the closest we'll get for like a Halloween version of it. We have a drummer and a Grim Reaper guitar player, which is just so cool. Now the rumor is that these guys are Bluetooth, and from what I've heard, yes, it is confirmed these guys are Bluetooth, and you can sync them up to music of your choice and have them play your festive Halloween music or whatever else you want them to play, whether it's AC/DC or something like that. Now, that is insane to me. Besides maybe the Red Cloaked Reaper, I may consider getting these guys. I don't know yet. I got to check the prices. But if I can afford this, that will probably be the one thing I will get, because you just don't see this stuff, and you never see it. It's just so cool. I'm really excited to see what these guys, how these guys perform in the Bluetooth. I really hope that these guys live up to its promise. It's really just something that we've never seen before, and I have to admit, it's just so awesome. And throughout every single picture, there's a bunch of different background things that, you know, background scenes and pumpkins and a lot of smaller decor. And you are more than welcome to pause the video throughout these photos just to kind of see what Lowe's is just dispensing this year. There's just so much to cover, and I wish I could cover all of it in this one video. But again, there's just so much here, and I'm just so impressed with everything that they are doing this year. And I think right now they probably hold the crown, especially for the display. The display is so nice, and the theme is just incredible. I really want to be the one to claim that Spirit Halloween is probably not gonna take the crown this year. Now, there will be people who are going to disagree with me, because I know people are really die-hard dedicated to Spirit, but the theming, the overall appearance, the animatronics, the creativity, the originality, the nostalgia, it's all here for Lowe's this year. Now, Home Depot could surprise us all. I'm really hoping that that will be the case, but for now, I think Lowe's has the crown, and I think currently just everything that we are seeing with these animatronics is just impressive to me. I just don't have words to describe the surprise I have from Lowe's this year. I think this year Lowe's is definitely taking their big giant leap. It's not even a step. This is a big leap in the Halloween industry, and I cannot wait to see what more we see from Lowe's this year. There could be even some online exclusives that we don't even know about, and hopefully we'll be getting that at some point. And I'm really excited to see what animatronics were made by who, and to just get to see these guys all in person. Hopefully we'll be able to see these displays show up in Lowe's stores. I know sometimes, and when it gets put out in the public, not everything gets put the way it shows in the video, but it will be really awesome to see, and I'm really excited. And I think Lowe's this year is definitely doing a great job with this. So good job, Lowe's, and amazing work. I'm just blown away. That's all I can say. But anyways, you all, I hope you all did enjoy this video. Let me know what you all think in the comments below about all of this insanity that is going on right now in the Halloween industry, in a good way, But besides that fact, just let me know what you all think. I'm really excited to hear from you all. I'm really excited to hear what you all think about this. I'm just lost for words. Anyways, you all, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. I always try to upload weekly, never try and disappoint you all. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. This is Jimmy Bones signing off for the new Halloween season of 2023, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.